Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really common problem for medical professionals. You know the one. You have a brilliant idea to fix something in healthcare, but there's just no clear path to actually make it happen. So, we're going to break down a 12-week program called the Clinician Founder Actionship, which is designed to solve exactly that. So, let's get right to the heart of it. What's the fundamental issue this program is even trying to address? Well, it all kicks off with a feeling that's probably all too familiar if you've ever worked on the front lines of medicine. And this, right here, is the core of the problem. You're in the trenches, you see exactly what's broken, and you actually have a solid idea for a solution. But you bring it up in a meeting or you write a proposal and crickets. It just goes nowhere. It's an incredibly common and, let's be honest, super frustrating roadblock. Which, brings us to the real question, doesn't it? The challenge isn't just about having a great idea. Lots of people have those. It's about how do you become the person whose ideas actually get valued, get backed, and most importantly, get implemented. That's the puzzle the Actionship is trying to solve. The program sets a really tangible goal, and this slide nails it. It's all about creating a new kind of balance in your life. The whole point is to build a venture that starts generating its own income, giving you the freedom to make medicine one way you create an impact, not the only way. Okay, so what's the actual method here? How does this all happen? Well, the program is built on a very specific framework for gaining momentum, and they call it the Clinician Founder Traction Model. And everything, I mean everything in this model hinges on this one key concept, traction. As this slide explained, traction isn't just about building a product or service in a vacuum. It's the proof that people are noticing what you're doing, that they're asking for it, and that they're actually using it. It's that critical shift from just having an idea to having real, tangible momentum. So the model breaks this whole journey down into 3 really clear phases. Think of it like a ladder. It's a path that's designed to take you from being ignored to being invited into the conversation, then from being invited to being consulted for your expertise, and finally, to having your work actually implemented. It's all about strategically changing how the world sees both you and your idea. And here's how those 3 phases map directly onto the 12-week timeline. Super logical. Weeks 1 through 4 are all about phase 1, getting invited, by making you and your idea easy to find. Then weeks 5 to 8, that's phase 2, getting consulted, which is all about giving your idea real shape and substance. And that final block, weeks 9 to 12, is phase 3, getting implemented, where you build simple, usable ways for people to engage with your solution. Okay, so we've seen the model, and it makes sense. But what's it actually like to be in the program? What does the week-to-week experience really look and feel like for someone who joins? Well, it's a blended approach, really. You've got these live sessions every week with your cohort where you're learning and doing. Then there's a toolkit portal with all the templates, scripts, and replays you could need. And on top of that, you get that continuous peer support in a dedicated group. The whole thing is designed to fit into a clinician's crazy schedule, asking for just 2 to 4 hours of focused work each week. And this is a really important point. Everything in the program is built for efficiency. The goal is to speed up your progress and help you avoid that classic burnout that happens when you're trying to launch something new alongside a demanding clinical career. It's all about focusing only on the practical, high-impact actions that move the needle. Now, beyond the core weekly structure, the program comes packed with a whole toolkit of resources and guarantees, all designed to make sure you get that traction we were talking about. Let's break down what's included. The bonuses for the next cohort are pretty extensive. I mean, you're seeing things like custom AI tools for each module and bi-weekly one-on-one calls just for course correction. It's a whole suite of resources, from templates and scripts to strategy sessions, all designed to remove friction and just help you move faster. And that brings us to the safety net, because making a decision like this can feel like a leap, right? Well, to make that leap feel completely safe, the entire guarantee is built around this one number. And here it is. The 45-day love it or leave it guarantee. It's a really straightforward promise. If you get in and feel like it's not the right fit for you within those first 45 days, you get a full refund. It's all about removing any financial risk from the decision to join. So, what about results? Does this stuff actually work? Well, the source material points to several real-world success stories. We're seeing clinicians from totally different specialties who've used this model to build consultancies, land speaking gigs, and even launch their own products. All of them are tangible forms of traction. Finally, and this might be the most crucial part, the material is very direct about who this program is for and, just as importantly, who it is not for. This breakdown is incredibly clear. On one side, it's for clinicians who already have an idea, who are ready to take consistent action with a real founder's mindset. On the other side, it's not for those who are still just exploring ideas or looking for a passive course or hoping someone else will do the heavy lifting. At its core, it's about being ready to build, not just to learn.
And really, that's the central question the entire program leaves you with. It challenges you to look at your own professional journey and ask yourself a simple question. Are you collecting certificates, or are you building traction?